Hiring younger people can be a competitive advantage. It's a great marketing hook, but it's not a reality that we do. Here's what I mean. Hiring for seed traits far outweighs hiring for experience. I have hired and work with people from 20 years old to 65 years old. All of them incredible. Age doesn't matter. Experience in the face of seed traits doesn't hardly matter. Experience is pretty important, but it doesn't hardly matter in the face of seed traits. There are so many people that have experience at a company, 2 years, 5 years, at Apple, at IBM, or in this industry, or with this product. The way we look at experience with, say, a title and years of experience with that title, or at a particular logo brand, is a contaminated way to look at if somebody can apply their experiences in a new environment, with a new team, in a new country, with a new ICP, with a different margin profile of product or service or portfolio of products and services. Most people go into an interview looking for, have you been an engineer for the last 5, 10, 15 years? Have you held these titles? Have you been at these companies? Tell me a time when you did X, Y, Z. Show me your experience. These are all common yet flawed ways of interviewing people. It's fine, and it can be helpful to say, how did you do X, Y, Z? Because we're going to be doing X, Y, Z, and that's helpful to know how you did it. But what we really want to look for is the seed traits that were applied within that experience. Somebody who can make calculated decisions. Most people do not. Somebody who can make calculated decisions, that is a seed trait that applies across industries, countries, cultures, time. Somebody who has people science. Somebody who understands how to interact with another human, how to read the WebTM of another human, words, eye movement, body language, tone of voice, and microexpressions. WebTM is cross-industry, country, culture, product, service, time horizon. But what's not cross-applicable is that you ran a lemonade company and grew it to $100 million, and now you think you can run an AI company. The strands out of that may be that you learned to manage teams and teams of people. Or you could have hired great people, trusted them, you not been very skilled yourself except at the beginning $500,000 to $1 million in revenue, and then your C-suite and VPs and directors and ICs actually made the whole entire company successful to 100 million, to 500 million, to $1 billion. So what parts of your experience get attributed to you? In larger and larger successes, more and more people contributed. So what parts of your experience do we attribute to you? It is great to say brands you worked with, dollar sizes you worked with. But what's more important relative to that is the seed traits you have as a human being. How marketing was done before TikTok, how marketing was done before social media is very different after social media, very different after TikTok, very different after algorithm changes, very different after cultural changes, political changes, other product and services releases by other companies that change the world, that change the way things are done. So more and more experience is expiring. What is the expiration date of each experience you have, each set of experience? And then we look at brain speed with seed traits of attention to detail, good communication quality, low trauma, which creates good communication quality, which creates higher productivity. With those seed traits, an absorption rate of new lenses, new perspectives, new learnings, autonomous learning, learning from other people. With those seed traits, what is the brain speed, the absorption rate? That means you learn skills and apply them, integrate them, grade them, do well. Are we days away, weeks away, months away? With other people, maybe they're a year, 2 years away. Identifying the absorption rate of somebody, the skill acquisition of somebody, is a massive, massive differentiator. When you interview somebody and you look and you see that they have fast brain speed, either because they talk fast is one way of seeing it, or because they process information fast that you give them, which is another way of seeing it, or they absorb new lenses and perspectives without rejecting it and being argumentative. That's another way of seeing a seed trait of great absorption rate, and that absorption rate means learning rate and skill acquisition rate, which means as the market changes, as team changes, as new variables come in, this person is going to adapt better than anyone else. They're going to perform better than anyone else. So out of each task that someone does, or company they do, or interaction they do, what are the strands you can extract from those situations, from those people, from those tasks that actually cross-apply across other environments, other people, other countries, other cultures, other products, services, etc. These seed traits, being able to list out a list of seed traits that you look for in people, is the most important thing. And being able to know how to up-level from one mindset or skill set into the next mindset or skill set, knowing how to up-level yourself or other people is the most important skill set you can have. I have seen people that have a director of marketing. They had 2 years experience at a company. And so they go into the interview and they go to the next company that was looking for 2 years of experience in director of marketing position. They hire this person and they're there for 18 months or 2 years. And then they find out that director of marketing didn't perform very well. And so they get rid of that director of marketing. But that director of marketing goes to the third company and they get hired again for another 18-month or 2-year stint of the director of marketing. Now they have 3 positions where they've been director of marketing, 3 positions, 18 months to 2 years each. And to the fourth company, they look really good on experience and they get promoted to CMO. And then they have another CMO position. And then they get promoted to CEO. And then they get investment. But each time, through 5, 6 different positions, they were carried by a team around them. And they failed in each and every of those 5 to 6 environments. But now they're CEO. And a lot of people respect their experience. And we have to be able to look into these experiences and realize that for a lot of people, momentum carries unintelligence. Momentum offsets unintelligence. We have to look for seed traits in people to know who actually has critical thinking, who actually knows what they're doing, who can work with and change different things on the fly in a conversation versus just stick to what they've seen or heard before, these concepts. Who can get WPND, word precision, numbers, and dates? Who can change their opinions on the fly and incorporate new lenses and perspectives and do critical thinking? Very few people can. Seed traits matter more than experience. Experience is important, but experience expires. Momentum hides unintelligence. And seed traits work better in a fast-moving future, a fast-changing future that needs somebody to be able to adapt in weeks, days, and sometimes minutes. Being able to collaborate well with other people, being able to make calculated decisions. People science and calculated decisions are the 2 most important seed traits, and there's so many subsets of seed traits we need within that. This is what runs the next world. I hope this helps.